Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint Germain family, to the Dusan Vlahovic transfer explained. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this, and in this video we'll be covering some stats around Vlahovic, comparing him to former attackers at Paris Saint Germain and attackers we're linked with, looking at the potential transfer fee, taking a look at every single report that has been coming out, and at the final I will be grading this transfer, if it's a good transfer for Paris Saint Germain and if it's probable to happen. Let's go through the reports. First of all, first reports here: PSG had contacts today to understand the asking price for Dusan Vlahovic and the conditions of a potential deal. Juventus are only open to let him leave in case they receive an important bid. They would not accept a loan deal, according to Fabrizio Romano. But then here again from Fabrizio Romano, PSG are discussing internally about 3 to 4 candidates for the central striker position. Dusan Vlahovic could only leave Juventus in case they receive an important offer. Paris are well informed. Dusan Vlahovic and Randal Colomwani are the other alternatives for PSG. The board has already spoken to Vlahovic regarding Colomwani. He has a lot of supporters internally at PSG, especially in Doha. And lastly, a potential arrival of Dusan Vlahovic would not condemn PSG's desire to recruit Randal Colomwani. Paris wants to hit the market hard this summer and build a very competitive team. So we may see both Colomwani and Vlahovic joining Paris Saint Germain this summer. Colomwani playing more as a right winger, but also potentially playing as a striker. And then a big bump here: Vlahovic has decided to leave Juventus in order to join Paris Saint Germain. Now the agreement between the two clubs needs to be found. The striker is valued at 80 million euros. The French club could offer 70 million euros plus bonuses, according to Alfredo Pedula. And Vlahovic, obviously 2026, his contract expires. He's a 23-year-old striker, Serbian, playing for Juventus with a market value of around 70 million. So he's young, he's not even come into his prime yet, and it's a good price for a good quality striker. When we've seen bumps like Nunes going for the upper 90s, picking up Vlahovic for 70 million would be great here. His stats: his non-penalty goals, his shots total, assists, shot creating actions, dribbles completed, touches and penalty area, progressive passes received, and progressive carries. And Vlahovic stats do not look amazing, and that's mostly because he plays for one of the worst sides in top 5 leagues when it comes to big sides, and that is Juventus. And here's how we could potentially line up. He could line up with 2 wingers on his sides, or 2 cams in Neymar and Asensio, or potentially in a 2-man forward line alongside Kylian Mbappe, or as the aforementioned Colomwani with Neymar Jr. in behind. And here are his heat maps compared to Eminem last season. And as you can see, he takes that box, he clicks that box, he touches that box, he loves that box, and that's exactly what we need from our striker. And that's great from Vlahovic. He had 20 goals and 7 assists this season in all competitions, so more goals than Neymar, but less assists than everybody else on the list. But obviously playing for Paris Saint Germain, he will add a lot of more goals and assists. And here are his stats compared to Eminem last season: only touches and penalty area and shots total is 3rd. Apart from that, he's worst in all categories. But that goes for every single attacker when you compare them to the 3 best players in the world. And here is him compared to the other names. As you saw by the report earlier, it said Paris Saint Germain looking to 3 to 4 names, and these are the possible candidates: Victor Osimhen, Harry Kane, and Gonçalo Ramos. And as you can see, he's 2nd in XAG, 3rd in shot creating actions and touches in penalty area, and 2nd in progressive passes and progressive passes received. But as I said before, he plays for the absolute worst side, maybe apart from Tottenham, but Juventus and Tottenham both are shit. But Vlahovic looks to be a very interesting pickup, and here are his stats compared. So he's blue, Gonçalo Ramos red, Kane green, and Osimhen yellow. And as you can see by Vlahovic, he's not better than anybody of them when it comes to the stats in any single category, pretty much, which tells us a lot about him, but also tells us a lot about that stinky Juventus side. And let's take a look at his potential contract. Obviously, the fee for Vlahovic to Paris Saint Germain is in between 70, 60, up to 80 million. And let's see what Paris Saint Germain will do. Juventus will get more desperate to sell him so they can find a replacement in time and use that money they get for him, whilst Paris Saint Germain are in no hurry. There's a long transfer window, so a lot of tough negotiations will come to the price. He currently has a 250k wage at Juventus, which probably will be upped a little bit, slight bit, maybe to 280, maybe even up to 300k. We know that Paris Saint Germain is a generous club, even though under Luis Campos we have not been that generous compared to Leonardo's time, and the probability of this signing happening is 8 out of 10. Juventus want to sell, Vlahovic wants to join. We just need to find an agreement when it comes to the price tag, and I would give this signing an 8.5. He's 23 years old. It's a good price, especially in today's market, and Vlahovic is a great player that would love to join Paris Saint Germain, and I would love to take him here. Even though there are other names, I would rather take more like a Victor Osimhen. But that has been it. Smash the like button if you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below what do you guys think about Dusan Vlahovic or Paris Saint Germain. That's been it. And as usual, allez Paris!